Back again with another review, and today I'm going to be doing my first paid request from one Andrew, which he uh, donated through my PayPal, and he wanted me to do a review and rant on Home Sweet Home Alone, 2021 holiday film for Disney Plus, and I did watch the film. Oh boy, this film sucks. And this is coming from a guy that I've only seen the first three Home Alones. I have not seen Home Alone 4. I have not seen Home Alone 5. But this film was just dreadful, soulless, and unneeded. The epitome of a waste of space. And, for the people that were involved in this movie, I feel bad for because, how do you go along with this? Which is pretty much a, reboot of Home Alone. And it's really beat for beat. I mean, the criminals in this film are a couple and they're dealing with financial problems. It's not, they're not criminals. But basically the plot real quick to get out of the way. In this film, the main kid, Max, he's kind of mischievous. And like the first movie, he gets left behind. His family's in Japan for the holidays, so he's left at home. Meanwhile, you have this married couple, and they're attempting to retrieve a priceless heirloom that, the Mercer family, the family of our main character, this couple believe that this kid had taken this heirloom, this special doll, so they're trying to get it back. And they'll do whatever it takes to get it back. So, they're kind of, again, the criminals here in this film. Max is home alone, so he fights back, and that's the plot here, pretty much. Now, the guy who directed this film is the same guy that directed Dirty Grandpa and the writer of Bruno. And that should have been a sign right there. But I did not care about this movie. I did not care for the cast. The characters were annoying. The way it's written is very annoying. The main kid, I did not care for. I just thought he was nothing. More annoying, really. And I know there's been some reviews out there that, have said that, oh, this kid, he's better than other movies, check him out in this movie or what have you. But this kid did nothing for me. This kid wishes he was Macaulay Culkin. This kid doesn't even have one fingernail of star power that Macaulay Culkin had. He doesn't have the same charm, the same personality, the same wit. Macaulay Culkin, had so much more. And again, this is coming from a guy that I haven't seen Home Alone 4 or 5. So is this Home Alone 6? Technically? And, this franchise needs to stop. It needs to stay down. Really, you can equate this franchise to being like Harry and Marv, that they just keep getting up, and Hollywood is just, they're the ones, setting up the traps, and they just keep, hitting around this franchise, and, this franchise just won't stay down. It's like how many Home Alones can there be? The first one's a classic. The second one I thought was a really good follow-up. Yeah, you could say the first film's a better movie, but, the first two films were, to me, good. Home Alone 3, back in the day, I didn't mind it, but if I were to rewatch it now, I probably would not care for it. Home Alone 4, have not seen, for good reason. Home Alone 5, have not seen, for good reason. But getting back to the cast, again, the main kid did nothing for me. The criminals, I thought were annoying. The father, and I don't know these actors. I don't know what else they have done. But they're no Joe Pesci, they're no Daniel Stern, which they work together well in the first two movies. Here, you feel more bad for the couple because they believe that the kid has this doll that is worth money because, again, they're in financial problems and they're trying to retrieve this doll back. So they believe the kid has the doll somewhere. They're trying to get it back. So in a way you feel bad for the criminals and you want to you're against the main kid. He's the one that's setting up these traps. And, again, I did not care for the couple, the criminals. Even you get I can't remember the traps that good. I mean, the traps are not memorable. I mean, they're really more stupid than anything. I mean, you even get a fart joke in there. There's a scene where the woman is pushing the guy up a wall, and he farts in her face. Of course. Of course. And, the other cast, I mean, the mother in the film did nothing for me. She's no Catherine O'Hara. The father was just too much. I think I've seen this guy before. I forgot the actor's name, but I think he was on SNL for a while. Let me see here. Yeah, Pete Holmes. Yeah, Pete Holmes. And, okay, so the criminals are played by Ellie Kemper, Rob Delaney. And again, I didn't care for them. They were annoying, irritating. And, okay, the dad that I thought was played by Pete Holmes, he plays the uncle in this film. And he was annoying. And you do have Buzz from the original, from the first two movies here. He appears in the film in like two scenes. One scene, where basically he gets a call into the house, and the kid is trying to wave, to trying to get, because now Buzz is a police officer, and he's trying to wave at Buzz to come over to the house, and the couple that are trying to break in, they're distracting Buzz, and then you have a scene later on where Buzz is sitting in the cop car eating a burrito. And he gets a call about, some kid being left home alone. And you get a reference to Kevin McAllister and they kind of mentioned Kevin McAllister. Now he works on security systems or something like that. I could be wrong. But Buzz is eating a burrito, and the burrito guts, they just fall down his, oozing down his face. I'm like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see Buzz, which the actor Devin Ratray or Rutray. So people might say, oh, this is canon. This is not canon. I'd rather shoot this movie out of a cannon. This movie needs to be shot out of a cannon. And if only if I could stop a mud hole in this movie. But, so Buzz is in here. And there's a reference to Kevin McAllister. And there's Buzz in a cop car eating a burrito. And the stuff inside the burrito is just oozing down his face. The humor, was just very annoying. And, what do you expect? I mean, you saw from the trailer, the type of humor, the type of film it is. is what you expect. It's very silly, and what's the word that I'm looking for? Very low brow. Some moments of gross out humor or a fart joke, or again, just childish, silly shit. Bottom of the barrel humor, and the characters that I didn't care about at all. Again, I barely remember the traps. The only thing that I can recall is the main kid has this gun that shoots pool balls. And then, by the end, you figure out that the main kid does not have the doll. And after the couple had went through these traps and got beat up, they talk to the main character. They know that he's home alone, and they, basically apologize, for all what happened. That they weren't after him, they just wanted the doll, which he did not have. So again, if you feel bad for the couple, the main kid, you feel bad more for the couple. And so by the end, the couple, they bring the kid back to their house and they find the doll. The mother comes home from Tokyo and film ends. And who cares? Yeah, this movie, Home Sweet Home Alone, it's a garbage movie. It's a garbage reboot, sequel, whatever you want to call it. And it's just a lot of what you expect, what you saw of the trailer is basically this movie. And, there's little references in here, like just callbacks that are lame. Even to the point where, there's a reference that they're watching that tape, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. And here it's a new version. And yeah, because the uncle says this is garbage. I don't know why they're always trying to remake classics. They're never as good as the originals. You don't say. You don't say. Maybe this film here should just take a note from that. And even like the tagline, the tagline for the film was, like, I'm paraphrasing here, but some holiday classics are meant to be broken. It was something along those lines. I'm like, to me, the only thing that's broken is this film, this franchise. And yes, I'm not going as ballistic here. This is not the worst comedy I've ever seen. I would give that to Going Overboard with Adam Sandler. To me, that takes the ultimate shit pie, shit cake. This to me is just a garbage movie. A 3.5 in IMDb. People out there, you're being gentle on the movie. You're being too kind. And again, I have not seen Home Alone 4 and 5, so I don't know how bad those are. But, this to me is just another nail in the coffin of the Home Alone franchise. And again, it just keeps coming back up. Like Harry and Marv, they kept coming back up and taking the hits via the paint bucket or, blowtorches, what have you. And yet again, Hollywood just wants to keep stretching out this franchise, and it needs to stop. And for everybody involved in this film, why did you do this movie? Like Kenan Thompson's in this film for a little bit. And so, yeah, I mean, a waste of space. That's what this film is. And again, a 3.5 in IMDb. People out there, you're being too kind. It's just a waste of space. And once again shows that this franchise needs to stop. And this franchise has to stay down. Some holiday classics are meant to be broken. No, this is broken. The franchise is broken. There hasn't been a good Home Alone film since 1992. You're done. And I'm done with this franchise. I don't have to see Home Alone 4 and 5. You know, I've seen this film. And yeah, so again, it's a trash movie. It's a trash sequel. That's all I got for now. But thank you for watching. And thank you to Andrew for the PayPal request. And like I said, this is my first one. But, you know, for those who are interested, I'll provide a link down below. If anybody else, I mean, it's up to you guys, but, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. You know, and I do, again, movie reviews. I mean, you know, commentaries, movie topics, what have you. I mean, as long as it's not too personal, but, you know, just throwing it out there. And again, this is my first one here, but just want to say thank you to Andrew. Yeah, so this movie sucked. But thank you again. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.